Parliamentary committees. Parliamentary committees are of two kinds, ad hoc committees and the standing committees. Ad hoc committees are appointed for a specific purpose. The principal ad hoc committees are the select and joint committees on bills. Other like the Railway Convention Committee, the Committee on Draft 5-year plans, and the Hindi Equivalents Committee were appointed for a specific purpose. Apart from the ad hoc committees, each House of Parliament has standing committees like the Business Advisory Committee, the Committee on Petitions, and the Committee of Privileges and Rules Committee. Another class of committee which act as Parliament's watchdogs over the executive is of special importance. There are Committee on Subordinate Legislation, the Committee on Government Assurances, the Committee on Estimates, the Committee on Public Accounts, and the Committee on Public Undertakings, and departmentally related standing committees. They play an important role in exercising a check over governmental expenditure and policy formulation. Estimates Committee. This committee originated in 1921. This committee consists of 30 members by the Lok Sabha every year. From amongst its members, a minister is not eligible for election to this committee. The term of the committee is 1 year. To report what economies, improvements in organization, efficiency, and administration reform consistent with the policy underlying the estimates can be affected. Second is to suggest alternative policies in order to bring about efficiency and economy in administration. Third is that to examine whether the money is well laid out within the limits of the policy implied in the estimate. Fourth is to suggest the form in which the estimates are to be presented into the Parliament. The committee continues the examination of the estimates from time to time throughout the financial year and reports to the House as the examination proceeds. It is not incumbent on the committee to examine the entire estimate of any 1 year. Originally, it had 25 members, but in 1956 its membership was raised to 30. This committee was constituted in 1950 on the recommendation of the John Mathai. The principle of proportional representation by means of a single transferable vote is used in election of the members. The chairman of this committee is appointed by the Speaker from amongst its members and he is invariably from the ruling party. Now, Committee on Public Undertakings. This committee was created in 1964 on the recommendation of the Krishna Menon Committee. The Committee on Public Undertakings constitutes of 50 members elected by the Lok Sabha, 7 members of the Rajya Sabha, and also associated with it. A minister is not eligible for election to this committee. The term of the committee is 1 year. Functions to examine the reports and accounts of public undertakings. Second, to examine the reports, if any, of the Controller and Auditor General on the public undertakings. Third, to examine in the context of autonomy and efficiency of the public undertakings, whether the affairs of the public undertakings are being managed in accordance with sound business principles and prudent commercial practices. Fourth, such other functions vested in the Committee of Public Accounts and Committee on Estimates in relation to the public undertaking are not covered by clauses A, B, and C and above and may be allotted to the committee by the Speaker from time to time. The committee does not, however, examine matters of major government policy and matters of day-to-day administration of the undertakings. Fifth, originally it had 15 members, 10 from Lok Sabha and 5 from Rajya Sabha. However, its membership was raised to 22, 15 from Lok Sabha and 7 from Rajya Sabha. In 1974, the chairman of the committee is appointed by the Speaker from amongst its members who are drawn from the Lok Sabha only. Now, Committee on Public Accounts. The committee was first set up in 1921 under the provisions of the Government of India Act 1919. This committee consists of 22 members, 15 from Lok Sabha and 7 from Rajya Sabha. A minister is not eligible for election to this committee. The term of the committee is 1 year. The main duty of the committee is to ascertain whether the money granted by Parliament has been spent by government within the scope of the demand. The appropriation accounts of the Government of India and the audit reports presented by the Controller and Auditor General mainly form the basis for the examination. The committee, the Public Accounts Committee and the Estimates Committee are complementary to each other. While the Estimates Committee deals with the estimates of public expenditure, the Public Accounts Committee examines mainly the accounts showing the appropriation of sums granted by the House for the expenditure of the Government of India in order to ascertain the purpose for which it was granted. As a matter of practice, since 1967, a member of opposition is being appointed as the chairman of the Public Account Committee. Public Accounts Committee is not concerned with the question of policy, and its findings are ex post facto, which means that the committee can point out irregularities only after they have taken place. Now, the Departmental Standing Committee. Till the 13th Lok Sabha Standing Committee consisted of not more than 50 to 45 members, 32 nominated by Speaker from among the members of the Lok Sabha, 15 to be nominated by. The chairman Rajya Sabha from amongst the members of Rajya Sabha. However, with the restructuring of DRSCs in July 2004, each DRSC consists of 13 members, 21 from Lok Sabha and 10 from the Rajya Sabha. The member of the Lok Sabha nominated by the Speaker from amongst its members, while the members of the Rajya Sabha are nominated by the chairman from amongst its members. A minister is not eligible to be nominated as a member of any of the standing committee. In case a member of after his nomination to any of the standing committee is appointed as a chairman, he then ceases to be a member of the committee. In 2004, 7 more such committees were set up, increasing their number from 17 to 24. Out of 24 standing committees, 8 committees worked under Rajya Sabha, 4 under the Rajya Sabha. Committee of Privileges. The work of the committee is to examine every question, every involving breach of privilege of the House or of the members or of any committee thereof, referring to it by the House or by the Speaker. It also determines, with reference to the facts of the each case, whether a breach of privilege is involved and makes suitable recommendation in its report. Committee on Absence of Members from the Sittings of the House. This committee considers applications from members for leave of absence from the sittings of the House and examines every case where a member has been absent for a period of 60 days or more without permission from the sittings of the House. Now, second, Committee on Government Assurances. This committee scrutinizes the assurances, promises, undertakings, etc., given by ministers from time to time and to report on the extent to which such assurances, etc., have been implemented and to see whether such implementation has taken place within the minimum time necessary for the purpose. Now, Committee on Petitions. This committee considers and reports on petitions presented to the House. It also considers representations from various individuals, associations, etc., not covered by the rules relating to petitions and gives directions for their disposal. Now, Committee on Private Members' Bills and Resolutions. It allots time to private members' bills and resolutions, examines their bills and seeking to amend the Constitution before their introduction in the Lok Sabha, and also examines such bills where the legislative competence of the House is challenged. This constitutes of 15 members, including the Deputy Speaker as its chairman. The same function in the Rajya Sabha is performed by the Business Advisory Committee of that house. Now, Rules Committee. It considers matters of procedure and conduct of business in the House and recommends any amendments or additions to the rules of procedure and conduct of business in Lok Sabha that are considered necessary.